We're live.
We're alive?
This is our first virtual gala.
This is like a Sheikhianu moment.
Do you like my stole?
Yes.
Okay.
Where did you steal it from?
My grandmother's closet. May her memory be a blessing.
Oh, that's great.
Okay.
I'm sure she would love that you're wearing it for this great cause, congregation near Tamid, which was...
Oh, look, it says on my iPad that we're live.
All right.
So excited.
That's great.
All right.
Well, we welcome everyone to Congregation near Tamid's first stay-at-home virtual gala, and it is already beginning with a resounding success. We're going into this fundraiser already past our initial goal of $30,000. So thank you to all of our sponsors, to all of you who have already begun donating all week long. And you'll have plenty of opportunities to donate throughout the hour and a half of our program. You can see right there at the bottom of your screen, text Stay at Home CNT to 76278 and let your generosity be your guide tonight.
Yes. Oh, very nice. So we have a guide for you up here on how to do this from your phone. It's very simple, and you can say what you want to give, what's comfortable for you. And we're going to tell you in just a second about why CNT matters. You may see both of us posting all the time all about Congregation Near Tamid. And now we're going to show you a little video in just a few seconds about why it matters to a lot of our community. We're so grateful that you're all here. And this is pretty cool that we can we don't have to, we're dressed up, but you're not dressed up. You can be in your pajamas, you can be eating a nice home-cooked meal, and you don't have to worry about going into a smoky area or a big ballroom. You can just be comfortable at home, which is so awesome.
All right, well, let's let them enjoy the program. Let the show begin.
All right.
CNT means to me is that we get to learn Torah as friends.
I like Congregation Near to Me because of the youth programs like preschool, Hebrew school, and the choir, and Shehar, and yeah. I like Hebrew school because I get to see my friends.
By the waves and the wind, we've made it this far together.
I love CNT because the Friday night service is insane. Plus I love Itty Bitty Nitty and all of the holidays we celebrate together.
To me, CNT is family because it's not just about Shabbat, it's about the experiences we have together.
We love CNT!
If you're the wandering kind, 'cause you can make it.
What CNT means to me is the family that you're not born into, but the family that you get to choose.
Our mothers and fathers.
I love Sheer Heart for the friendships I've made and for the opportunity to continue my Jewish learning. I can't wait to become a junior cantor and for whatever else CNT has in store for me, because CNT really is the place to be.
Within my CNT community, we get to repair the earth. Tikkun Olam.
So what does CNT mean to us?
25 years of being our spiritual home.
It means a source of beautiful Jewish music, including choir and the Shabbaton.
It means gathering with our dearest friends in our Havdallah.
And it means having a central place where we can celebrate both happy occasions and sad occasions, supporting one another.
In fact, it's our place to call home.
It's indeed a special place to belong, and we thank God we do.
All right. That was beautiful.
That was really nice. It reminds us of just how special it is to serve this wonderful congregation. You know, there are touchstone moments during this time of COVID that inspire each one of us. And I know, Cantor, there was a period of time where something just came to you and inspired you to write a special song.
Yeah, I actually was sitting right in that corner over there, and I was feeding Emmett, and I was thinking about how much I missed my friends, and I missed all of you being in services and standing in front of a microphone, leading services or in a camera, and not having anyone in the congregation. And so I wrote a piece that says that we are together. It was a reminder to myself and to all of you out there that we are together, even though we are physically apart. And so I wanted to share that with you, but I also want to remind you that thank you for everyone that's already here. We see that there's a lot of people in attendance. Feel free to talk to each other like you do on Friday nights and greet each other on our YouTube links and on our Facebook pages as well. But I'd like to share this beautiful piece with you. Let's roll the video.
The original piece by our cantor.
We have physically been apart for far too long, and I, for one, miss seeing your faces up close and personal. But even though we are physically apart, we are together. We are together in this pandemic, wearing masks, schooling our children from home. We are together with hope for a brighter tomorrow. We are together in this moment, here and now.
We are together, though we're apart. We can reach out with all our heart. Hine ma tov u'manayim, free from fear and illness. It is our dream. Shevet achim gam yachad. We ask for healing, Adonai our God. We look around, we know you're there. Grant us comfort, grant us care. We are together, though we're apart. We can reach out with our heart. Hine ma tov u'manayim, free from fear and illness. It is our dream. Shevet achim gam yachad. We ask for healing, Adonai our God. We look around, we know you're there. Grant us comfort, grant us care. Grant us comfort, grant us
That's so cool. It's the first time I've seen it all put together. I want to thank our Shabbatones who participated and our Sheer Heart kiddos. They are amazing, and I'm so honored that they shared the screen with me. And of course to Becky, who wrote it out for us, and Ted, who played guitar to lay the track to make it all happen. So thank you for this collaboration. I appreciate it. And speaking of collaborations, my favorite person to collaborate with is my BFF, cantor Lizzie Weiss from Temple Emanuel in Beverly Hills. And she is quite talented and is doing all kinds of wonderful things at her congregation. And I thought this night cannot be complete without something shared by Lizzie. And so she has a special Hashki venue that she's going to share with us. So Lizzie, there she is.
Hi, everyone. I'm happy to be here with you all, celebrating your wonderful community.
Oh, thank you for being with us.
And I just have to say, you are ahead. I thought my temple had the technology, but Jeff, Mazel Tov, like, this is amazing. So flawless. And I'm just happy to be a part of this. You know, you guys have just the most welcoming Hamisha and I don't mean that in an old sense, like in a very welcoming way. Every time that I'm there, I feel like I'm one of your clergy, and yet I feel like I'm one of your congregants being taken care of. And I've become good friends with so many of your friends. And so I thought this week, I also wrote a song last week, which is funny because both me and Cantor Hutchings, we're not really consider ourselves songwriters, but you never know what happens in the pandemic. So my associate rabbi had a baby 2 weeks ago in the midst of all this civil unrest in our country. And it was supposed to be our Pride Shabbat. And I was feeling very conflicted. And this is the Hashkivenu when I was really praying. Actually, two weeks ago tonight, I heard my senior rabbi sing Ani Ve'ata with his wife for Havdallah, and you and I will change the world. And I kept thinking, you know, my prayer for my community and for your community would be that we are granted rest so that we can go out and change the world. So that is what this Hashkivenu is. You'll hear at times you can almost think of Ani Ve'ata and sing it with it, but it turns into this this little creation. So my prayer for you, CNT, is that you are given a place, a time now to rest and rejuvenate and continue to create just amazing Judaism.
Thank you. Thank you, Lizzie.
Thank you.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Grant us, God, a place to rest beneath the shadow of your truth. Give us strength and wholeness, a place of shelter for our youth. Comfort us as we are blessed. Raise us up to life renewed. Bring us peace and holiness. Hashkivenu, 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 Hashkivenu. Adonai, you blessed us with a soul to craft and change the world. Each night we dream of better things to come. We pray for peace. Our work is never done. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Grant us, God, a place to rest beneath the shelter of your truth. Give us strength and wholeness, a place of refuge for our youth. Comfort us as we are blessed.
Wow, that was
So
amazing. That was
beautiful.
beautiful.
All right, we have a little bit of an echo. I think, Becky, you need those headphones in, right? Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, now we can have you. We got some amazing talent that we are sharing with you all night long. But there's a particular family, the Mann family, who have amazed me one by one. Each one of you more musical than the other. Each one of you connected to the temple in your own unique way. And what I really empathize with is, according to each one of you, your parents can't sing a note. So I don't know if that's mythology or true, but I keep hoping maybe someday there will be this Axelrod that will have that gene. Maybe it's recessive and we'll be able to sing. There is that hope. Well, thank you. So listen, you guys have all grown up at CNT. Becky, you're in cantorial school, and all of you have been involved in the Jewish community and the congregation. So why don't you take a moment and share what CNT has done for you, what it means to you.
Well, CNT has been great throughout my life, and especially when I moved away from Las Vegas, coming back and sort of having that constant of visiting home and going to a Shabbat service. It was definitely just always a taste of home and a taste of tradition. And especially during this pandemic, when I came home to be with family, having these streamed services created a sense of routine that I was definitely craving at the very beginning. So
thank you, Jacob.
Yeah, that definitely has meant a lot. And over the course of my life, CNT has just been great.
Yeah, and for me, it's influenced my life so much. It's where I first had my first experience stepping into the role of prayer leader. It's where I first wrote Jewish music. And
well, at your bat mitzvah, instead of a written Devar Torah, you wrote that song. I'll never forget it. I remind you of it because it was so impressive.
Turns out she's a really good writer.
That's right. She is a songwriter.
But also she's pretty good at the Devar Torah. You better watch out.
So I really feel grateful to have grown up in the CNT community and to carry it with me wherever I go.
Thank you. Joey.
Yeah, for me, CNT just provided me with my lifelong friends. All my friends I've had my whole life, I met at CNT through religious school. Confirmation was a really big part of my life, and I started going to NIFTY and NITI events in high school, and so that just really provided me with best lifelong friends, a great community, and now I'm highly involved in my Hillel here at the University of Oregon.
All right.
I never would have had that without CNT, so that's what it means to me.
All right, and what are you guys going to share with us now?
We're going to share a song, Rainbow, by Casey Musgraves, which actually,
she's my favorite.
Yes, Cantor introduced this song to me last year, and it really, I find it to be a beautiful song. Not only reminds me of CNT, but also in the vein of Pride Month, this month of June, where we celebrate the LGBT community. So I want to dedicate that song to all the LGBTQ members of our synagogue and anyone tuning in. This reminder that there's always a rainbow hanging over your head.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Head. The skies finally open, the rain and wind stop blowing, but you're stuck out in the same old storm again. Hold tight to your umbrella, 'cause darling, I'm just trying to tell you that there's always been a rainbow hanging over your head. Oh, tie up your bow, take off your coat, and take a look around. Everything is alright now, 'cause the sky is finally open, the rain and wind stop blowing, but you're stuck out in the same old storm again. Let go of your umbrella, 'cause darling, I'm just trying to tell you that there's always been a rainbow hanging over your head. Yeah, there's always been a rainbow hanging over your head. It'll all be
Beautiful, amazing talent
So
from one
pretty.
family.
So pretty. I wish you guys were all here 100% of the time, because we'd just be singing together all the time.
You know, one of the things that people are talking about in this time of pandemic is how to feel a sense of closeness with one another, because we're feeling socially isolated and told to be distant. But even before the pandemic, there's been a group of people in our midst that really experience this almost every day of their lives, and there are seniors who are homebound. And so a few years ago, we recognized this issue of social isolation, and we created a friendly visitor program. It was a simple idea. We identified members of our community, were about 30 or 40, who really were homebound, and then we trained volunteers within our congregation so that they would go and visit and become a friendly visitor on a weekly or bi-weekly basis. And the friendships that were formed and the sense of love that was naturally a formation of this communication and this relationship was heartfelt. But Cantor decided to take it to another level, and she brought in her 8th grade class.
Did. Yeah, so I thought, you know, it'd be really nice if some of these homebound seniors had a way to communicate with maybe kids or teenagers. Perhaps they don't have grandchildren visiting all the time, and a way for the teenagers to kind of get a perspective and get a history of a Jewish history that they may not have had the opportunity to have. And so wanted to create this kind of overarching, beautiful intergenerational program. Thank you. So, and on top of that, we had 3 generations, because we had the original friendly visitors who were taking the teens to meet the seniors who were homebound, and it created a really cool program. So thanks to this program, we ended up getting a grant to get it going, and we want to sustain it because it is really valuable and precious to our community.
There's so much we can learn from one generation to the next. Who knows what this era of students will tell their grandchildren about going through this experience and the importance of being resilient. Well, let's roll this clip and you'll see just how wonderful this program is, and it reflects. One of the great values of Judaism is called Lador Vador, which means from generation to generation. We came up with this program called a Friendly Visitors Program, where we not only have people visiting homebound seniors, but we take the next generation, the teens, and they come as well. And before you know it, there are natural friendships that form. The senior citizens feel valued because they are able to tell their story, and the young people get a sense of appreciation for the next generation that preceded them.
You need an intergenerational flow. You know, you get all jaded when you get older and you don't interact with the younger people who have the point of view of the present. They look at things with a fresh eye.
I think everyone should get to be able to just connect with people different and get to see what they like.
I like learning about how it once was without TVs, without phones.
We would be surprised if we went back and visited an elementary school or even a high school today. We might have our eyes open too.
Community needs to be inclusive. There's so much knowledge that our elders hold, and there's that knowledge from our youth as well. It's beautiful to know that this knowledge can be passed down from the elders to the youth and from the youth to the elders.
I look forward to doing this program and many other programs that bring our community closer together. L'Ador Vador, not just a cliche, but a value embraced by congregation near Tamid.
Nice.
There are a lot of
So
magical
cool.
moments at CNT. That's one of them, but I think you've had your fair share of magical moments.
You know, we have many amazing community members, which we're going to see a few of them in just a moment. But one kind of magically dropped in our lap, and his son needed a bar mitzvah. So we began to teach this wonderful young man, Dylan, for his bar mitzvah, and then Audrey for her bat mitzvah, and then soon Sky for her bat mitzvah. And this wonderful family became part of our hearts and us to them. And so this is a moment.
Who is this family?
I think everyone's kind of they like everyone that's on this list, but they're really curious how this magician is going to pop into our special little telethon right here. So before we see the clip, I'll give you a hint. He has a museum here in Las Vegas and a show. And at this museum, you get to come with 7 of your friends, so 8 of you total. And he's going to give you a private tour of said museum. And we had started the bidding a couple of days ago, and now we have a bidder, and you can outbid this bidder for this amazing auction item. And you can go on right now if you do the stay at home at CNT or stay at home CNT to 76278. I can read. And you can also go on that website so that you can bid on this auction item.
Right. So if you go to the CNT website, lvneartomid.org.
No, it's on this website.
Oh, it's on this website?
It's on this website.
Okay, it's on this website. You can bid for a private tour for 8 people with David Copperfield.
That's the guy.
That's the guy.
All right. So he wanted to say something. He is one of our matching donors tonight, and he loves
so
CNT, and we
appreciative.
appreciate his family so very much. And so he wanted to share a word with us.
Shalom. It's me, David Copperfield. We love congregation near our Tamid. CNT has become a spiritual home for my family. My son Dylan became bar mitzvah, followed by my daughter, Audrey, who became bat mitzvah. I look forward to watching my daughter Sky become bat mitzvah in just a few years. The guidance from the cantor and the rabbi, along with their staff, has been meaningful and invaluable. The sustainability of CNT means so much to me and my family. So I'm sponsoring $5,000 to be matched by all of you as part of this stay-at-home campaign. Together, we are CNT Strong.
Thank
All
you,
right,
David.
we're at $2,000. Do we see anyone out there who wants to bid it up? Do we see 2,200? Just go right there to Stay at Home CNT, go to the website and go to the auction items.
You're going to text that number. You'll get a link, and you can go once you're on the page. It says auction items, and it's right there for you.
All right, this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Definitely. So, he's not the only celebrity that is part of
I
Congregation
know,
Near to Me.
I am.
Yeah.
No.
We know your birthday is the most important day of the year.
That's right, but
Okay.
I'm not a celebrity.
Right.
Darn it.
No, I know. I'm famous in the Jewish
I'm
community.
famous in
It's
my
a very
own mind.
small
My own
fame.
mind.
But we have some people who have really made a mark in this world, let alone here in our hearts and at CNT. And our first celeb that we want to show is very near and dear to us. And he started making an appearance about 6 years ago at the High Holidays, doing a duet with me. We met at a wedding. I believe it was the Freedman wedding for Lauren and Randy. And we met in the waffle line, and we got to talking, and I found out he was in Jersey Boys, and we shared, my mentor was his cantor, Perrine Anchor. And next thing you know,
Next thing you know,
he's
here he
part
is.
of our community.
And he's producing for
And he's
us.
producing the
We're
show.
so grateful.
He's amazing. And so we'd like to show you Jeff Leibow. And Oh, there he is.
There he is. Oh, with his family. Hi.
Got Emma and Melody and
Hi.
Thank you for putting this together. This is so much fun.
This is great.
Oh, it's absolutely a pleasure, and I'm glad it's going well so far. Talk to me at the end, and then you can really thank me.
So what has CNT meant to you over these last few years?
You know, we came to CNT. It was we had just moved into the area, and we were realizing that we're settling into this community. We had just discovered something about her neurofibromatosis, and we were just feeling like we needed to find community. And so some friends of ours suggested that we check out their temple, and we showed up. I remember the very first person that I met was Jackie Rosen, who welcomed us with literally open arms. And yeah, I mean, it's become an extension of our family.
We're so glad that you're a part of it.
We are. We're so grateful.
So you're going to share with us a special song.
Yeah, this song has always meant a lot to me, but in doing the NF Hope concerts, I realized that one of our dearest friends, it was one of his favorite songs. And so it's just kind of become this journey. And I've done it in a bunch of different ways and with a bunch of really cool people like Dave Koz. And this time I wanted to create my own version of it. So I actually sat down and created my own arrangement. And I hope you like it. It's Over the Rainbow.
We will.
Very nice.
When all the world is a hopeless jumble and the raindrops tumble all around, heaven opens a magic lane. When all the clouds darken up that skyway, there's a rainbow highway to be found, leading from your window pane to a place behind the sun, just a step beyond. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. If happy little bluebirds fly beyond
Oh, okay.
That is one of those amazing songs. No matter how many times you hear it, it just touches your heart. Jeff, that was beautiful.
So
Thank
beautiful.
you. Thank you.
Excuse my producer glasses there.
So funny story about this one. Well, this is very special to me because it's something I sang with my grandfather. He was the encore of my senior recital in college, and we did this. So obviously it's very special to me, and I played it at his funeral as well. And but was a funny thing about it when I was a kid was that my mom used to be like, "Hey, my kid can sing. Go sing Somewhere Over the Rainbow." So I love this song. All right, we have Colleen. Yes, thank you. Colleen. All right.
Colleen,
Hi.
you've had quite a journey at CNT.
I have.
Coming in to study Judaism with me and getting married and becoming now a Torah scholar. You're with us every week. And you have some hidden talents as well that you're going to share with us. So tell us a little bit about what CNT has meant to you.
You know, I converted last year, April 30th, 2019, and attended services for about 2 years or so. And I was constantly thinking what it means to be Jewish, what it means to live a Jewish life. And I don't think it hit me until a few weeks ago. Throughout this pandemic, I have been volunteering for several organizations. And one of them happened to be Jewish Family Service Agency. And I was retrieving phone calls, and I was helping a man one day with something, and he had asked me if I was Jewish. And I said, yes. And he said, I mean no harm in asking that. It's just that you're so nice and kind and generous.
Oh, no.
And I said, well, thank you, but that's what we do. And it hit me at that moment what it meant to be a part of CNT and what it means to be Jewish through tzedakah and community. And I think the value and principle of tzedakah alone is where our strength lies. And to stand together, to help one another, I think that is where I stand with this community. And it took me 2 years to figure that out, but it clicked all of a sudden.
I'm so glad.
Well, we are grateful to have you, and you clicked with our community. Like our kids loved having you with their choreographing their Purim spiel.
We took it to the 10th degree.
Yes. Oh man.
Drama dance for us a couple of weeks ago, which was just so much fun. And you brought something that I feel like we were a little bit missing on this dance element. I like to dance. I'm terrible at dancing, so I'm never going to say I'm going to teach a dance class. But now we have you.
Yes. I'm at your service.
So, speaking of dance, what are you going to share with us tonight?
Tonight is a little special. So I have to admit, when I was asked to do this, I was a little hesitant because I have not performed in a long time. And dancer shape is different than any other kind of shape. And any dancer can tell you that. So I thought, boy, what am I going to do? I need to pull out all the tricks. And there was a song that I've been sitting on for quite some time. And just through current events, I thought this is a great opportunity to use this song. And I don't want to give too much away, but to do something with the desert landscape, because I've actually come to really appreciate and love the desert and all that it is. So so we'll see. I don't want to give too much away. That's what I like about dance. So you don't have to say much. It speaks for itself.
All right, we
And
look forward to it.
It will.
Yes.
All right,
Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to arise. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these sunken eyes and learn to see all your life. You were only waiting for this moment to be free. Blackbird fly, blackbird fly into the light of a dark black night. Blackbird fly, blackbird fly into the light of a dark black night.
That was gorgeous.
That was amazing. All right. So, today we were really honored to have Abby Haggerty and her family in the sanctuary as she became a bat mitzvah. And then this afternoon, before we came here, they did a little outdoor ice cream taco party with some friends. And I walked over to the table of my former 7th graders now going into 8th grade. And I haven't seen a lot of them recently because of COVID. And they were all excited and talking about what it was going to be like in 8th grade when they got to be like the big kids and be the madrachim and be part of 8th grade tribe and nitty and all these things. And, it re-sparked something in me that was kind of sad for the last few months that they couldn't be together physically. But the fact is there's a hope for the future that they will be together and they're going to thrive because of the programs that we're able to offer at CNT. So
so we hope that you'll generously support them. You could give a scholarship for someone to attend religious school and Hebrew school. You could send someone on a conclave in a neighboring state. That's about $150. Religious school is about $1,000 scholarship. There are amazing ways that you can underwrite our youth program so that we can hire the best youth directors possible to run these programs for our students. Every single dollar that you contribute is going to help facilitate making our programs richer, better, deeper, and touching our entire community, whether it's our seniors or our kids. And don't forget, that auction item is being bid up.
Yeah.
So if you want to go on that private tour with David Copperfield, you better start bidding now. It's going to close at the end of this show. So keep bidding on that and be generous.
Yes.
Well, we got another celebrity in our midst,
we
too.
do. It's like I don't remember actually who told me that he was there. I'm trying to remember, but I remember that he was
I think he came up to you on his own.
No, I think someone told me about him, but I don't know. It doesn't really matter. It was at Beetle Shabbat is where.
Yeah, and came up to you.
Did he?
I remember.
I don't even remember how we met, but now I know that we have this wonderful relationship. He was my adult B'nai Mitzvah student. He is a wonderful person, so generous. He's played with our Shabbatones for Shabbat and the Round, and he has grown into his Jewish identity and his Jewish life through our community in such a short amount of time. And we're so grateful that he's here to share his talents with us. And you may know him from playing guitar with the Killers, or you might just know him from all the cool stuff he does around town. So,
or you might know him from Shabbat in the Round at Congregation Ner Tamid.
That's right. All right, Ted.
Hello, guys. How are you? Nice to see you.
How are you?
Good.
So,
how are
Ted,
you?
Thank you so much for being a part of this and for all that you're doing to help support our congregation and community. Why don't you share in a couple words what CNT means to you?
Yeah. Well, thanks for having me here. Yeah, CNT means a lot to me. Judaism means a lot to me, and CNT is the way I express that coming out. Whenever I'm in town, I come out to services and or I watch live stream too, especially with lockdown. I've been watching that just about every week. It's been great. And I finally followed through with doing my bar mitzvah, thanks to you guys. That whole year long
you don't
process.
look like a day over 13.
Well, thanks. I'm finally a man. I finally made it.
Yes.
But that whole process, I enjoyed it so much. I just continued to keep taking classes in Hebrew and Jewish history with Pam Poster, and it's just been a great experience. I miss coming to Temple. I really do.
We miss having you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, we are so glad to have you, and we can't wait to have you back physically in person. And I know that there's so many programs that your whole family has taken part in. Sheena and her sister were part of our Hollabake, and there's just so many different things that we have for families, for interfaith families, so that everyone can feel part of the community. So, but you are a very talented guitarist, which I try not to take advantage of, because I would have you every week for everything, but I have to remember that you just want to be a Jew in the pew. But for this, I'm excited because we're actually showcasing just you. I'm not singing along. All right. Just Ted. Let's hear Just Ted. What are you going to share with us?
Yeah, so with taking the theme of missing everyone, I thought it'd be fun to play the song "So Far Away." "So Far Away" is by one of the greatest Jewish composers of all time, Mark Knopfler from Dire Straits. So I hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay.
So far away from me. Where are you when the sun goes down? So far away from me. So far away from me. So far I just can't see. So far away from me. You're so far away. Tired of being in love and being all alone. When you're so far away from me, I'm tired of making out on the telephone. She's so far away from me. You're so far away from me. You're so far I just can't see. You're so far away from me. You're so far away from me. All right. And I get so tired when I have to explain. So far away from me. See, you've been in the sun, but I've been in the rain. And you're so far away from me. You're so far away from me. You're so far I just can't see. You're so far away from me. You're so far away from me. Check it out. You're so far away from me. You're so far. You're so far away from me. You're so far. So far away from me. You're so far away. So far away from me. So far away. You're so far away. So far away from me. You're so far away. So far away from me. You're so far away, so far away from me.
Oh,
All right, we're
that
back.
is so fun. Ted, you're so cool.
I know. I think he's our coolest member. What do you think?
For sure, for sure. But speaking of cool dudes, this guy, Joe Buchanan, and his cowboy hat and boots, straight from Houston, Texas.
A Jewish cowboy.
A Jewish cowboy. Now, I will tell you that my husband Jeremy likes country music, and he has yet to like any Jewish music whatsoever until I introduced him to Sir Joe Buchanan, my holy brother. So now he listens to that all the time. So our favorite Jewish country superstar is Joe Buchanan. He's going to be, I think he's going to be on here in just a second. There he is. Okay.
All right, Joe. How you doing?
I'm doing so good. I got to tell you, right? By the way, that was very kind words. When you said Shabbos, it was everything I could do not to just instinctually go, Shabbos. Like, right?
It still is. We haven't had a
I hear it in my ear all the time. It resonates with me.
That is awesome.
It's great. So where are you? You're in Texas, aren't you?
I'm here in my bunker in Houston, Texas. Yeah,
that's great. That is so nice of you to join us. That is so wonderful.
Yes, and you know, you are like the yes man. Like my nickname in cantorial school was Jessica, but you're like you got to have a similar name because you're
never
always,
say no, Joe.
Never say no, Joe. There you go. Yeah.
Remember when it came out when we went through that tragedy for
yes
1 October?
That was kind of how it all started. Was you know, when 1 October happened, I felt like it happened at a country concert. We have one Jewish country artist. We need to have him here for this benefit. And I called you and you said, yes, I will be there. And started a beautiful relationship with Congregation Near to Mead.
Yes.
And we were able to give you and your wife bar and bat mitzvah last year too.
I know, it had
so
these
cool.
remote lessons and then it all came together and there you were in person and we formed this wonderful bond.
Yes.
Thank you.
Well,
So, yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, I just absolutely love y'all, the whole CNT family. And, you know, that is where it started. And it just grew into something, you know, so much more than coming down for the music. I mean, we prayed together. We spent holy time together, you know, good times, hard times, all those times together. So it became a deep part of my personal Jewish journey. But then also my family's. You know, when my wife and I got called up to the Torah, she never had a bat mitzvah. I'd never had a bar mitzvah. And then we get to come there and do that. So it's just deeply woven into who we are as Jews. And April wanted to be here so badly, and she couldn't be. She's very ill right now, but she wrote a little something. Can I share it with y'all? Is that okay?
Sure.
Yeah, and we're saying to Mishra in our hearts for her. I hope she feels better soon.
Okay.
I know she feels that for sure. I didn't tell her to say any of this, by the way. So she said, Joe always says you can see Judaism in its people, and people are what make Judaism live. The CNT community demonstrates this. The rabbi, cantor staff, and members of the congregation, each and every one, welcomed us in and brought us home. There's courtesy and friendliness, and then there's chesed. More than just being nice and more than just being warm and welcoming, giving of oneself fully without strain or demand. That is CNT, and thank you for that.
That's beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you, April. All right. Well, Joe, what are you going to share with us tonight?
Well, this is a song called Better Together because I believe that we are.
All right. Let's hear it.
Yeah, we're better together. We choose where we stand and we hold each other hand in hand. We hold the line that we drew in the sand, and we'll make it home safe where it all began. We're better together. Yeah, we choose where we stand and we'll hold each other hand in hand. Hand in hand. We've been living so long in the shade of a life we want to live. We're thinking about how much we take and how much we give. Yeah. This heart we're feeding, well, it's starving for something real. It's about the good you do, not just the good you feel. We're better together. hold each other hand in hand. We hold the line that we drew in the sand, and we'll make it home safe where it all began. We're better together, yeah, we choose where we stand, and we'll hold each other hand in hand, oh, hand in hand. Every day is a choice, and every life is a voice, and it rises each day with the sun. We pick the verse and the chorus and the words, we sing it with everyone. We won't stop reaching no matter how high we climb. With so many more and not free, 'cause it's about the good you do, not just the good you see. Well, the mountain, it smiles on you and me. Yeah, the mountain, it smiles on you and me. I said the mountain, it smiles on you and me, 'cause the world was made for you and me. Yeah, we're better together. We choose where we stand, and we'll hold each other hand in hand. We hold the line that we drew in the sand, and we'll make it home safe where it all began. We're better together, yeah, we choose where we stand, and we'll hold each other hand in hand, hand in hand. We're better together, we choose where we stand, and we'll hold each other hand in hand. We hold the line that we drew in the sand, and we'll make it home safe where it all began.
That was beautiful,
So
Joe.
beautiful.
Thank you.
It's my favorite. I love that song so much. I was harmonizing with you back here on mute, but it sounded good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounded beautiful.
Okay.
The evening has flown by. I can't believe the
fast.
people have entered into our lives throughout the years, and especially this evening. Got a lot of people to thank for
A
putting
lot
this
of people
together.
to thank. And, they did this because they wanted to reach out to all of you to say, please give, please sustain this community. I know so many people have been hit so hard by COVID-19, and we are among those. But also we are your community, and so we hope that you can give a little. If you gave a little, you can give a little bit more, whatever's comfortable for you. And so we appreciate everyone's situations right now, and we hope that we can be part of helping you, and you can be part of helping us. So many people to thank. So if we could see that thank you slide, there's so many people on here.
Wow.
We have so many matching donors. Many of you gave at very high, beautiful, amazing levels, and we thank each and every one of you. And we sent some personal thank you notes to you, and so thank you to all of our donors. An amazing gift basket was given to everyone who gave $100 before Thursday at 1 o'clock, and it was at your door. And the people who assembled those baskets purchased all the materials for them and drove them to your home. We thank you so, so, so much. And for all the text messages we've been getting tonight and manning the GiveSmart platform, we thank Julie Marcus and our amazing talent. Oh my goodness, Joe, Colleen, Jeff, Becky, Ted, and cantor Lizzie Weiss. All of you, I'm so grateful that we are friends and that you are here to do this for our community. And of course, our CNT staff. And a special, special thank you to Jeff Leibow, who this could not be possible without him. So many hours of brainstorming went into it, and he really took it and ran. And I'm just so incredibly
This is
grateful.
so beyond a simple Zoom concert. You have no
which
idea.
is what it was originally going to be. So
that's right. You
so
brought this
thank you.
amazing musical platform, so it could be very professional and an amazing experience for all. I would have gotten really dressed up to attend this live. And Jeff, thank you, and thank you to all of our performers. You know, the evening's flown by. There's just a little bit more time for you to bid on that David Copperfield. So we hope that you will bid on it when this evening ends. the auction will end, but you will be able to donate to CNT all the way up till midnight. Just if you want to continue to tell your friends, and we hope that you'll support the temple all year long.
Yeah, every dollar counts, and whatever you can give. I see some of our performers in backstage right now that are giving as well, and it means so much to us that everything counts, and you being here means so much to us. So if you gave $5, try to give 10 if you can right now, and if you gave 10, try to give us 20. We appreciate it so much. We want to remind you, maybe this is a couple years back that this was all put together, and maybe you're going to find your faces in it and be so excited to see it. But this beautiful video was compiled by Adam Kilborn and his team, Black Raven Films, and it was to spotlight how special this community is. We wanted to show you a little clip of that.
Ner Tamid is an eternal light. The Spirit of God here in the desert, just like days of old, burns bright.
I think it's a perfect way to describe this community because we truly are an eternal light, not only to Las Vegas, but to each and every one of our congregants.
Congregation Ner Tamid is a Reformed synagogue community. It started in 1974 because there was a felt need in Las Vegas for the practice of Reformed Judaism. And during the course of that time, it grew from a small group of friends and people to become the largest synagogue in the state of Nevada with well over 600 families.
Reformed Judaism, to me, is informed choice. We know Judaism, and we're going to choose how to utilize it in our lives, how it best fits.
For us, it means that we are creatively free to express what it means to be Jewish.
We celebrate Shabbat, and we celebrate all the holidays. We have things like pop-up Shabbat and drum circles, and we celebrate in the best way we know how. We have a very high percentage of interfaith families, and I think the reason for that is because they know that for a bar mitzvah, or baby naming, or a wedding, anybody, no matter their race, their gender, the color of their hair, it doesn't matter. You are welcome here.
And so there are people who belong to our congregation and who don't, who come here just to learn.
Our tagline is a special place to belong. The reason that it's so special is because of the music. It is something that penetrates the whole space on a Shabbat, that it is the old and the new coming together, that it is the children singing on the bima and the grandparents clapping along, and that we just join together and enjoy a song that connects us to the people of our past.
We want to make Judaism fun. We want people who come here to feel like they have found a home, that this is the place where, if they're going to be Jewish, this is the place they want to be Jewish.
I think people know that this is a place where the door is always open. You have a cantor and a rabbi who will be there by your side for every prayer, every simcha, every sorrow. There's always somebody here for you at Ner Tamid.
We're about making the world better and about empowering everybody who comes here who seeks to be Jewish, and we're here to accompany them on their Jewish journey.
I miss playing with the Shabbat. I gotta do that again soon. Oh, that was I looked younger. You look the same.
I don't know, this is kind of white.
Some of those kids were like, one of the kids I saw there, I was like, oh my gosh, we did her bar mitzvah last week. So it's crazy how time flies, but we are still here for you. The door is still open to all people, and we love being part of CNT, whether we are at home and celebrating together or we are in person. We are one community. So grateful for that. So one of the prayers that we premiered, I don't know if it was last year or the year before, was this mashup between Hamilton and Dear Evan Hansen that both Jeff and I fell in love with, and a lot of my musician friends. And so we have this really cool piece called Found Tonight that we want to share with you. And Jeff, you are amazing. I can't believe you put this together of the two of us. Like we were singing a duet in the same room, but thanks to technology, here it is, Found Tonight.
We may not yet have reached our glory, but I will gladly join the fight. And when our children tell their story, they'll tell the story of tonight. They'll tell the story of tonight. tonight.
Have you ever felt like nobody was there? Have you ever felt forgotten in the middle of nowhere? Have you ever felt like you could disappear? Like you could fall and no one would hear?
Well, let that lonely feeling wash away.
All we see is love.
Maybe there's a reason to believe you'll be okay. 'Cause when you don't feel strong enough to stand, you can reach out your hand. And
something they can never take away, no matter what they tell you.
Someone will come running to take you
Raise a
home.
glass to all of us.
Tomorrow there'll be more of us,
Telling the story of
out of the shadows. The morning is waking and all is new. All is new.
It's only a matter of
time. Even when the dark comes crashing through, when you need a friend to carry you, when you're broken on the ground, you will be found. So let the sun come streaming in, 'cause you'll reach up and you'll rise again. If you'll only look around, you will be found.
Then when our children tell their stories,
you will be found.
They'll tell the story of tonight.
Oh,
no matter what they tell you,
tomorrow there'll be more of us, telling the story of tonight. The story of tonight.
I might have to share that one as a separate little piece on Facebook, because that's pretty cool. All right, so we are ready for Havdallah. We are going to share these blessings with you as we transition from the sacred into the secular week. We wish you a Shavua Tov, a special, wonderful, good week full of good health and lots of joy. And we begin. Ya la 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 la, ya la la ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la ya la la, ya la 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 la, ya la la ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la ya la la. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen, borei peri hagafen. Ya la 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 la, ya 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 la 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 la, ya la 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 ya la la. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei minei mesamim, borei minei mesamim. She's muted. Becky, you're muted. Okay. Ya la 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 la, ya la la ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la ya la la.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei meorei ha'esh borei meorei ha'esh yalalalai yalai la 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 yalalai yalalalai yalalai la 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 yalalai yalalai Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamavdil ben kodesh lechol hamavdil ben kodesh lechol yai lai lai lai.
I close my eyes, well, only for a moment, and the moment's gone. Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatishbi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Hagiladi. Imhira beyamenu yavo aleinu Moshiach ben David Moshiach ben David Eliyahu Hanavi Eliyahu Hatishbi Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Hagiladi. And now, for a good week, a week of peace, we'll call and repeat. Shavuato, 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 Shavuato,
Shavuato.
Shavuato, Shavuato,
Shavuato.
Shavuato, Shavuato. A good week.
A good week.
Week of peace.
A week of peace.
Gladness reign, oh, and joy increase. A good week.
Good week.
Week of peace.
A week of peace.
Gladness reign, oh, and joy increase. Shavuato.
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 Shavuato. Oh, Shavuato. Shavuato.
Shavuato.
Shavuato. Shavuato. Oh, Shavuato.
Thanks,
Shavua
everybody.
Tov, everyone.
Tov. Give. You still have time. We're about to close the bidding on David Copperfield, so you want to do that right now. But in the meantime, I think a finale is probably in order.
Well, before you do the finale, I want to say a special thank you to our cantor. Listen, this idea of No Show Gala began a few years ago, and it was a series of emails that went back and forth, and you and some others had this idea to take it to a real gala. And you had this vision, and you had the relationships, and you made the connections, and we're so proud of what you have done, and you're part of what makes our congregation and community sparkle. So thank you, Cantor, so very, very much.
It's my honor, and really, truly, I could not have done it without all of these amazing people that are joining us on the stage tonight, and for so many of you behind the scenes who wanted to remain anonymous, but we are so grateful for every single moment, every single dollar, every single everything. And I'm grateful to you, my clergy partner, because if you don't see the vision, it can't happen. So so we are lucky to be CNT strong and CNT the place to be and all those things. So I want to thank all of you again. I want to thank Jeff Leibow for putting this together. And I want to remind everyone that it's been a hard time on a lot of levels, but one thing is always certain, that love will win.
The road you're walking has been rough. The week you're having has been tough. But every single day is something more than you had yesterday. So take it all in. someone just might try to break your wings. But love is made of friends, and though we go through times that cloud our lens, we always have the choice to say that love will win today. Oh, love will win today.
To feel the sun beneath the pouring rain is to know there's happiness under the pain.
Hope can last forever, 'cause through every storm you weather, there's a life that you're bound to change.
Even the strongest can feel weak, and even the brightest they feel bleak. But together we will leave the dark and be the ones who find the spark, igniting us, uniting us to say that love will win today. Oh, love will win today.
So go be something, something to someone, something to someone in some way.
Love will win today. Oh, and love will win today. Oh, love will win today. Oh, love will win today. Love will win today. Oh, love will win today. Oh, love will win today. Oh, love will win today. Love will win today. Oh, love will win today. Oh, love will win today. Oh, love will win today.
Thanks,
Thank you
everyone,
so
for
much,
joining us.
everyone. The silent auction is now closed. Thank you so much. You can continue bidding until midnight. And if you signed up with $18 before Thursday or before Friday, I guess, you received a Zoom link to meet us as a backstage pass to meet the performers and talk to them. So we'll meet you over there in just a couple of minutes. Thank you so much.
All right. The auction is closed, but you can continue giving until midnight, right? Not bidding, but giving.
Oh, yeah, giving.
Giving, that's right. So thank you, everyone, very much for supporting CNT. We'll see you soon.
Shavua Tov.
Shavua Tov. Have a great evening.